In this video we're going to look at playlists and controls. So I'm going to demonstrate with the text label control because it's probably easiest to see, but then you can apply this exactly the same concept to picture controls or using it with RTF files, etc. So I'm going to click on Insert and Insert Text Label. Now by default when you add a control to Repeat Signage you basically select either a single file or you just type in some text, but there is this second tab, multiple item playlist, and that's probably the quickest way to add a playlist to the screen. So I'm going to click on that option and then I'm going to select add files on this computer. I've only got one on this particular folder, so I'm going to select that and I'm going to add a second entry, and in this time I'm just going to manually type in some text. I can't spell. So I've just made myself a very quick playlist. I've got the text from this particular Duty Manager file, and I've also got a text I've typed in manually, which is hello. And I'm just going to click on OK. And what that does is to add my new control to the screen, and I'm just going to drag that around and resize that a little bit. And by default, when you create a playlist, it puts each entry on for 5 seconds. So we'll just watch that change. And there we go. Now if you double click on the control, you'll see the playlist is here. Now we've got a few options. For example, we can add more files, so I'm just going to click on the add button and I'm just going to type in another manual text entry. And you can see by default it's playing every single one for 5 seconds, which is taken from this value. Now we can actually change that. If I say that to 6 seconds, now it's not actually changing on the list until I actually do something, either refresh the playlist, etc. But if I just use this move up and move down button, which changes the order of the playing files, you can see everything's gone to 6 seconds. Now what we can do is we can actually change that for a particular entry if you wanted. So let's take this Duty Manager file. If I double click on this, I can go to play type, take the tick out of the use default play duration box and specify my own value instead. So let's say I want this one for 10 seconds. So that's how you can actually specify different amounts of time in a particular playlist. Now, because we're using the text control, and it's the same with the picture control, etc., there are transitions that you can use as well. So I can actually change this and say select fade, and it will apply like a fading transition between the different entries when we play. So we'll just have a look at that. So at the moment we've got 3 entries. So the first one for 6 seconds, 10, then 6. So we'll just click on OK and have a look at that. So this is just playing now. On this screen, if you've got the control highlighted, it does give you a little bit of information about what's going on as well here. So playing Duty Manager file for 10 seconds. So that's the contents of that particular file. And again, if you want to change it, all you do is you double click the control and there's your playlist. So that's just a really quick overview of creating playlists in Repeat Signage.